change the way I do my reviews. Rather than having you look at my boring room all day, I decided it'd be more efficient and much more interesting if I just mixed an audio track of my review in with random clips of the show that I'm reviewing. The clips won't have any spoilers, so don't worry about that kind of stuff. And let's just jump right into the review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Darker Than Black. Now, Darker Than Black is an action show, and it revolves around Hei, who is a badass main character, Yin, the soulless doll, Huang, who acts as a field supervisor boss who gives assignments and contracts out to people, and Mao, the talking cat. There are a number of other main characters, but we'll get into that later. Darker Than Black, rather than being told through a linear plot, is composed of many separate arcs. Each arc spans about 2 episodes on average. It's a 26 episode long anime, so you have a lot of arcs in this. Rather than just flat out telling you a story and having things go through a chronological order, each arc is really a loosely interrelated link of just random missions that Hei goes on with his team. They don't really link together and are just really serving to flesh out the characters rather than drive a central plot. But later on, the arcs do eventually link up and form a plot. I have to say, one of the things about Darker Than Black is that it has some really good action. So if you really want to see some actiony stuff, I really recommend this one. The arcs that are broken up into 2 episodes are usually done in the same format, being the first episode is a setup episode, not much action, usually just talking or background info, while the second episode is chock full of action and craziness. Action is well done, well animated, and Hei is very excellent at kicking everyone's ass. It's actually a very fun show to watch, and it does delve into other themes of, a bunch of other stuff, but don't worry too much about the plot. It's not plot heavy whatsoever. That's actually one of the downfalls, is that the plot isn't very great. It's more, just an average type of plot, but that's not the main point. The main draw of this show is the characters and the action, and it delivers on both of those sides. Basically, there are these people called contractors who are given crazy powers in exchange for random favors that they have to do to pay their contracts. The favors that they have to repay to pay their contracts are seemingly given at random and can range from anything from simple things like eating a hard-boiled egg or smoking a cigarette to having to mutilate yourself or even slowly killing you every time you use your power. So there are side effects to using powers, and you can't just go crazy and kill everything with your power. Otherwise, stuff happens. Hei has the power over electricity, which gets fleshed out more later on in the series, and I don't want to spoil anything. There are a number of plot twists in the show. Nothing too crazy, or not every episode, but there are a number of plot twists. There is a second season, but I don't want to touch on that one just yet. I'm going to wait till it finishes and review the seasons separately. So this review is just going to pertain to season 1. Basically, it's just a good all-out action show. Don't expect a heavy plot. It's a very casual type of a plot. But really, if I were to relate it to something, it really kind of feels like Batman. And I know that's stupid to say, but that's really what it feels like, Batman. It's more of a fun show, so I wouldn't, if you want to marathon it, go ahead. You're not going to miss anything out. It's really just a fun show. The thing about it, though, is that it really could have done more on the plot front. That's my only complaint, really. The plot front and some characters are underutilized, or they had some really good characters that appeared for one arc and then subsequently just fell off the radar. And I really wish I could have seen more of those characters. But that's not to say that Yin and Mao and Huang and Hei and the other recurring characters are not interesting in themselves. Just that I wish they would keep some of the other ones. Some people will probably be turned off by the fact that it's episodic rather than linear, in that they're all loosely connected missions, so I don't know, that wasn't a big thing for me. I don't mind that, but if you want a linear flat story, then look elsewhere. But other than that, Darker Than Black definitely delivers on all fronts. Good characters, outstanding action, good animation. You can't go wrong with Darker Than Black. I'm going to review Season 2 as soon as it finishes, which should be around New Year's or Christmas. So look forward to that review sometime during January of 2010. Well, that's about it for this review. Next review will probably either be... Actually, I think next review I'm going to try something a little bit different. Probably review a manga or a visual novel. So look forward to next time.